What's happening, everybody? My name is Matt. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, folks, I'm going to be talking a little bit with you guys about what Shiba Inu is doing today, where I see it headed here in the near future, and give you guys a little bit of clarity surrounding the recent crypto dip that we just saw a couple of days ago, getting into some thoughts about why that has happened and where I see Shiba Inu going here in the future. So if you guys are new, you guys know what to do. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more daily SHIB vids, and let's get right into it, folks. So if you guys haven't seen exactly what is going on right now with the market, you guys will note that Ethereum right now sitting a little above 1600 and Bitcoin sitting right around 21.5. And the main reason, at least in my opinion, for this dip, like I've been talking about on the channel, guys, is the fact that the Federal Reserve said they are open to continuing to raise interest rates. And obviously when that happens, things are bad for crypto. And of course, you guys can see that SHIB right now is sitting here around 13. And if we look over the past 3 months, this is still pretty dang good. And you guys can see our lowest was right around 7 back in June. So we're definitely around double from our lowest point. So you guys can see that we surged all the way up to around 17 here on August 14th. But right now, we are stuck a little further downwards. Now, there is a prediction about the price that I wanted to share with you guys from an analyst here. So this analyst here, Peter Brandt, said that the SHIB price right now is pretty critical, and he talks a little bit about the fact that this has formed a bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern. Now, if you guys don't know what a head and shoulders pattern is, don't worry, you don't necessarily have to. Thankfully, Google is a step away. So you guys can see this is the head and shoulders, the regular one. You guys can see this is inherently bearish, and basically it's a little head popping out here in the middle, 2 shoulders on the side, and unfortunately, this is showing that it keeps getting rejected as it pushes a higher price, and then it falls down. So head and shoulders pattern is normally very bearish, but you will notice that the inverse head and shoulders line is bullish because we're seeing a downtrend here hitting its first shoulder, then it pulls back up to the neckline, then hitting the bottom head again, then pushing back up to the neckline, so it keeps resisting this top here, hitting the second shoulder, and then getting ready to push out. So the patterns here are kind of similar, but in this instance, the support keeps getting rejected at a lower point, and then in this instance with the regular head and shoulders, the resistance keeps getting resisted, and obviously that means a lower price. So here is what I drew out, and here is basically what SHIB looks to be doing right now. So we can go all the way back really from May if you want to look at this in the grander scheme of things here. What we have here again is our neckline here. We have a little sweep here as our first shoulder. Heading down here, we have a sharper dip here making the head, then going back to our second shoulder here in late June, and right about now is where you would see things take off. So again, that is kind of what we are looking for here with SHIB. And again, this kind of analysis helps to a point. It's not the only thing you can do, but it does help to a point. But before we get any further, guys, make sure to check out my Patreon, folks, down below in the description, guys. There's tons of awesome content over there, including every single time I buy or sell an NFT, you guys will be alerted. NFT whitelist opportunities on my Discord, my crypto newsletter, my weekly NFT and crypto report by audio, crypto trade signals, private Discord access, direct access to me, and a free altcoin checklist so you guys can get started on your altcoin journey. So make sure to check that out, guys, with the link down below in the description. Right now, for only $10 a month, guys, I think it's a really good deal. Link down below. So anyways, folks, like I said, what you would ideally see after something like this is a kind of surge, given the fact that this is the way these normally play out. So we have a target here, which is obviously going to be higher than the neckline. So with SHIB, once we are passing this kind of neckline here, which, if you really zoom out, we pretty much have, once we are passing this sort of neckline, we kind of get a pretty good opportunity to see some movement upwards. So I think something like this is very possible, given the fact that we are staying above the 12-13 kind of mark, and that is obviously where previously in the past we were facing some resistance. So again, a good way to look at this is to take the 12 or 13 mark here and understand that every time SHIB has pushed this in the past, it has gotten pretty much rejected. So when we go from May here, you guys can see in late May we push it, we get rejected all the way down here into June. Then middle June again we we push it, we get rejected, same thing. Early July, push it again, get rejected. Middle July, push it again, get rejected. And then right about now, we have finally surpassed it and look to be leveling off past that spot. So that is what I am looking at personally right now with SHIB, as obviously, this is good news. We've passed all of, sort of this bearish kind of territory here and are entering basically some better digits than we were in the past, to say the least. So that is definitely cool to see. And obviously market cap right now sitting a little above $7 billion. Volume here right around $500 million over the past 24 hours, which is a good deal down from where we were. But again, guys, we don't always want the most amount of volume possible. More volume isn't necessarily better, because a lot of times that volume can be sell volume, and obviously that is not a good thing. So when we look at the historical data, you guys can see on the 14th, that is really where we saw the largest spike in volume and almost headed to a $10 billion market cap. Pretty crazy. But then obviously that volume trickles down, and as time goes on, that volume slows down an awful lot. So again, that kind of cool off is going to be pretty important. But obviously, CoinMarketCap, you guys can see, is actually placing a little bit of info about where SHIB was both 2 years ago and 1 year ago. And what's pretty interesting is that, yeah, despite all the recent, bear market activity in the crypto market, we've still seen some pretty nice gains over the past year or two with SHIB. In fact, some very, very nice gains, especially if you bought 2 years ago. So, hey, lucky you if you bought back then. But again, guys, with the rest of the market, what I think we really are waiting for is some clarity on whether or not interest rates are going to continue to go up, and also some clarity on how the Ethereum merge is actually going to affect things, because obviously that will probably affect most ERC20 tokens very well. And obviously Ethereum, being an ERC20 token, Shiba Inu being an ERC20 token, is going to be affected when Ethereum performs well. So again, those are going to be relatively interlinked in some way, and obviously I will be keeping you guys up to date on the Patreon at the time as that happens, giving you my thoughts on everything. So again, definitely nice to see that this analyst here thinks we were at a pretty good spot. Obviously it is the inverted version of the typically bearish head and shoulders pattern. Obviously hit the 12th spot on CoinMarketCap, and he said that the competition of the inverse head and shoulders pattern was a telltale sign that reversal was on the cards. So again, that definitely is not all that bad. He's convinced it will be able to regain its bullish momentum if the meme coin manages to hold above the trend line support. So recently formed a pattern that may indicate a buying opportunity. If it breaks below the neckline, it may indicate a buying opportunity. So he believes that, again, if we fall, any bit below the neckline, which I have here, if we fall any bit below this spot, it might be a good time to buy. And ultimately, it looks as if this might be one of the last times, at least I can tell right now, presuming the market behaves, this might be one of the last times we sit below 13. So definitely might not be a bad time right now to dollar cost average in, if that is something you guys wanted to do. But with that being said, folks, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you all have enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more daily Shiba Inu videos coming out every single day. My name is Matt. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.